Hello YouTube, I'm the Gaming Pegasus 187 and this is Side Scroller Sunday episode 45. We're going a brand new game and this is Yoshi's Island Super Mario World 2 on the Super Nintendo. Now, I was going to record this last night, but technical difficulties. So, I use a standard 6-axis wireless PS3 controller connected to my computer and using a couple of programs. I use DS3 Tool, which has to be connected to the internet, which is really annoying. And then X360. Come on, what's the name of this stupid thing? Where are you? No, back on my web browser. Let's see, X360 CE. So basically, reads as a 360 controller, which I've been doing since, because when I started a few years ago, when I started playing, and I ended up beating AVGN Adventures, which I now have in the Wii U. I had my computer plugged into my TV. I would blow it up just right on my TV, and I'd be playing it with a PS3 controller. But I had to read it as a 360 controller. So, that's why I'm really happy to have it on the Wii U. And it was only $10 on the Wii U Virtual Console, so... And the second one is coming out, too. AVGN Adventures 2 Ass Simulation. Really? Of course. Why not have it... It's like with South Park, you know, we have the Stick of Truth, and then the sequel's gonna be the Fractured Butthole. You know, the Family Guy mobile game, which I was addicted to for a good while in 2014. The Quest for Stuff. So, I don't even play that anymore. I really don't. Supercard is why. Which, the PCC just ended, and it was a Brie Bella versus Charlotte, so... You know what, if this was this coming week... This weekend, where I actually have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday... No, not Friday, but, baseball on Friday night, Saturday, and then Sunday, I may have gotten it, but it didn't happen. I tried, but... I was really keeping myself going because I'm still trying to get to my 11,500 game Diva reward. And I'm hoping, since I finally got to the finals of a Survivor King of the Ring, by the grace of God, apparently, and the Supercard God just smiling down me, I got a Brie Bella Survivor card. So, now, if the Diva reward is good to me and I get another Brie Bella, or I pull one off the board, which I should be getting close to my fucking Survivor pull, I'm going to be in good shape. But, right now, yeah. I did, birthday present to myself, I did go out and buy a Samsung Galaxy Tab. Really, then, by the first 5 minutes of the video is going to be the opening of the story. Which is a pretty, comprehensive story. It's a very detailed and... Which, this game came out in 95, so this was very late in the Super Nintendo's life cycle, so... The art style is beautiful, these cutscenes are beautiful, everything about this game is just perfect. I mean, I've made no secret that Mario 3 is my favorite game of all time. Bar none, period. That's why I have it. I got 3 different copies of it, yada yada. I've told the story before. Well... And I've got a lot of love for Super Mario World, but the first time I actually ever played this game was on the Game Boy Advance. Super Mario Advance 3, so that was the first time I was ever exposed to it. And it's been a long time since I played through it. I believe I haven't really played it since I beat it in 2003? It's been a good 13 years, so... Now, I could find some way to jerry-rig my, and actually do the Game Boy Advance game. Now, if I had I think it's on the Wii U, but I could do that. I could do the same thing with Mario Advance 4 and actually play through the e-reader levels, which is I'm having a lot of fun with. But I thought, why not? Let's go to this. I've been playing through Super Nintendo games anyway. I thought about doing a Genesis game, but I wasn't really feeling anything, and this is the game I just kind of ended up feeling, so I'm just like, well, screw it, we'll go with it. It's something a little bit different. It's a platform to go back to that. It's a game I really haven't played much. I have beat it, you know. And by the way, I do this on purpose. This is I want to get this text box out of the way, because it's going to come up eventually. So why not get it out of the way early? Yeah. I will say, the crying Mario is very annoying. You know. I mean, it's like nails on a chalkboard. It's like, you know, Sarah Palin's voice. Or Dana Brooke, for that matter, although she's not. I don't know, but the sound, it will grate on your ears pretty quickly, and you're going to hear it a lot. Now, I'm not going to try and make a perfect run in this game, as I can get 100 points at every level, because fuck that. But it's going back to what I was, the tablet. So yeah, I went and bought a Galaxy Tab because I needed a new tablet, so that's why I did as a birthday present to myself, and I've got the usual Facebook and Messenger. I've got the Amazon Kindle app on here. I've got SuperCard. That's about it. I haven't really loaded it up with much. A couple of games, a couple emulators, a couple of ROMs. But not really. I still need to get a Bluetooth controller, though, is what my next goal, but really? 4 and 2? May have to get lucky, but see how it lays out and how many bots pop up in this game. 4 and 2 in my current King of the Ring, so it's so with the next RTG, I'm just going for the Survivor card, and then I don't give a fuck. There is no reason for me to go after Brie Bella, the event Brie, because I'm not gonna ever be able to pro her, so there's no point. I mean, yeah, I went over to the single PCC Ric Flair because I wanted to see if I could at least do it, and I was able to. So, and then figured my deck was going to be a lot better come the next King of the Ring. That, like, well, I'm in good shape, and my ring domination deck was in Survivor, so I got Brian, thus able to pro him. So that's kind of where I sit. I'm in Survivor. I'm on the cusp of starting to get Survivor pros. Where am I at here? Let's see. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potential Survivor pros here. 2 of them divas. So yeah, Bret Hart, Bray Wyatt, Kane, Neville, Alicia Fox, Randy Orton, Goldust, Sheamus, and Brie. Brie, I still gotta finish max leveling, and then I'm gonna get her and start playing her in exhibition so I can get the games on her, which is a grind in of itself. So, yeah. Yeah, I really wish that PCC was this weekend, because I could have just ground my ass off for fucking 4 days and got Brie. If not Brie, the Survivor card, which ended up being Roman Reigns, because, well, gotta make Roman look real strong, which is what Triple H is gonna have to do at WrestleMania, because Roadblock happened last night, or Saturday night, by the time you're seeing this, and did anything change? Not a fucking thing. The one disappointment I do have is that Enzo and Cass didn't win the NXT tag titles, but they're heading down to the main roster. And I say down because look what happened to Tyler Breeze. Sami Zayn's there, and they haven't fucked him up yet. They haven't fucked up Kevin Owens. They fucked up the Ascension. They fucked up Bo Dallas. They fucked up Tyler Breeze. But, you know, Lucha Dragons are still going strong. Somewhat. Kalisto's the U.S. champion. But Tyler Breeze has just turned into a glorified jobber. Why? But yeah, I figure Enzo and Cass are going to be on the main roster. I'm assuming we're going to have... I think New Day are going to be the tag champions through WrestleMania. Because I want to see that feud of Enzo and Cass in the New Day. If the New Day can get a fucking cereal box over... I'm not kidding. They are now selling New Day shirts with a collector's cereal box of Bootios. No cereal inside of it, but these guys are such fucking jackasses, but it's great. God, one of the few bright spots on this show, but of course Triple H, you know, didn't drop the title to Ambrose. They had another screwball, you know, dusty type finish in a sense. Well, not really a dusty finish. Cock tease. I mean, I can really call this event cock block. I mean, if you thought Ambrose was going to win that title, WWE was not going to change their fucking plans. They were not going to all of a sudden shake things up. They were dragged kicking and screaming for Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30. I mean, I don't know how late before WrestleMania when all of a sudden they decide, well, we're have Seth Rollins cash in and take the title because, well, Roman was just not over. He's also not over still, which is why it's kind of convenient that all of a sudden he's having the surgery now when they were just in Chicago for Raw when Sami Zayn debuted. Well, yeah, Sami Zayn didn't show up on Raw. I lost my shit, and I was at work, of course, because excuse me, the week that Sami Zayn shows up on Monday Night Raw and attacks Kevin Owens, I'm at work. I'm just catching up I'm just seeing Facebook posts and just kind of keeping up with the show regardless. Just because, it's right, we're gonna get nothing, yada yada yada. Then all of a sudden, Owens is about to powerbomb Neville onto the apron and put him out for what I hope is more than 8 days, as Cena got the same treatment at, I believe, I think it was one of the pay-per-views. I think it might have been like Elimination Chamber, or it was something else. I don't know. But he's back 8 days later when Sami Zayn was out for a month, you know. But then here comes Sami to make the save, and we have it needs to be a I think it needs to be a one-on-one match. If you want to throw Neville in there, fine, but I think Neville will be better off if they decide to do a multi-man match with the U.S. title, and then make a ladder match or something, and put, you know, Neville in there. I'd like to see him pull a Red Arrow off a ladder. But yeah, that's pretty much where that's sitting. I mean, we don't know what the New Day's doing. I'm assuming they're going to be defending the tag titles. I think we're going to end up, I don't know where this fucking Shane McMahon Undertaker match is going, but I'm really excited to see it. I mean, I'm more excited to see a fucking Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker and Shane McMahon, of all people, as opposed to their actual world title match. Ambrose is going to be taking on Lesnar in a street fight, and that's going to be fucking great. But they're not changing their plans, which I never expected them to. But it's going to be interesting to see how that crowd reacts to Roman Reigns. Because if they boo him out of the building again, there's no Seth Rollins with their Deus Ex Machina. They don't have a fucking storyline cop-out. Speaking of storyline cop-outs, let's go to the complete opposite of that with Lucha Underground. And the Gift of the Gods title. Fuck, Lucha Underground does Money in the Bank better than WWE. Because, in fact, Lucha Underground does everything better. Which, I mean, production, there's no shake cam, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Feel like I need a fucking bucket. I mean, Jesus. What's this Kevin done this shaky cam bullshit? Ugh. So, when they introduced the gift, and by the way, you can buy the entire first season of Lucha Underground on iTunes, and the entire second season again as they air. Oh, how great is that? Now I actually have a legal way to watch this show. Which I still need to do. I still need to get that Season 2 pass, so probably gonna have to do that this week when I get paid. Yeah. But, oh. So, Phoenix, who has won back the Gift of the Gods title, now... I don't know why look at this. I take 3 fucking hits because I'm an idiot. But, so anyway, Phoenix. He won back the Gift of the Gods title a few weeks ago from King Cuerno, who, the week before this ladder match, said, to hell with our deal to Katrina, who's now taken over the temple, in Dario Cueto's absence. Said, I want Mil Muertes next week broken arm now because Pentagon Jr. had snapped his arm. Nope, Katrina puts him in the ladder match. He loses the title. Now Phoenix, who now has reclaimed his title shot after Pentagon and Puma had their crack at it in a 3-way against Mil Muertes and eat a double flatliner and get pinned at the same time, by the way. Here comes Phoenix and says, I'm cashing in my Gift of the Gods title and I want Muertes next week. Because the whole gimmick with this title is you have to give 1 week because Dario wants to promote the match. Because he actually wants to promote his title. And I know Dario's not here, but this is how he explained it when this title was introduced. Is that, just give me 1 week to promote the match. It's like, yeah, so, I mean, WWE doesn't even have that now. They don't have their Money in the Bank because they blew it, because they put it on Sheamus to begin with. Which I knew was a waste of a fucking Money in the Bank. I mean, I would have been fine if he cashed in and lost it. But nope. Sheamus 515 was born. And no, that will never be as over as Austin 316. Nothing will ever be as over as that. Anyway. So, all of a sudden, Roman's already a 2-time world champion. And any goodwill that Roman had with the fans, and they were cheering him, he was over. Completely out the window when the Royal Rumble came around, because when he came out, they booed him mercilessly. Like, well, bravo WWE, you had a chance to not fuck it up, and you fucked it up. So now you got to make your bed and light. Now I figure if you're gonna be, I guess we know what other place, AT&T Stadium, because at least Roman Reigns will be more of a winner than Tony Romo. Ugh. At least there's gonna be some bright spots of the show. I mean, I cannot wait to watch Ambrose and Lesnar kick the shit out of each other in a street fight. I'm intrigued to see where they go with this Shane McMahon Undertaker thing. Because we have a chance to get the fucking Authority off TV. Not that it would have mattered anyway. Ask Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, remember when Dolph Ziggler won that Survivor Series match that rid the Authority from Raw? And it was the debuting Sting came in. He dropped Triple H with a Scorpion Death Drop. Before that, he punched out the referee. Ziggler would end up getting the pinfall and be the sole survivor. Because I remember right, Big Show turned again, as the Big Show turns. More turns than NASCAR, as he put it. Oh, boy. Yeah. That was retcon about a month later. See, now, I know hindsight's 20/20, but if WWE wanted to book this right, so we gotta go back to when, because I don't think there's any stopping Seth hurting himself, getting hurt, and then having to drop the belt. Okay. So now, you have a Money in the Bank on Sheamus. Now, if we do want to go back further, because we still have this Money in the Bank to play, I would have put it on somebody like Kevin Owens. I would have put it on Ambrose. I would have put it on somebody else, not Sheamus. But, okay, you want to put it on Sheamus? Fine. So, here's your... So if you still want to do Ambrose and Reigns in the final, fine. I got no problem with that. But you could have had Sheamus come out in the middle of the match. Both these guys are knocked out from something. I don't know what. But they're both out. Or you do this. The referee takes a bump. He's out. Here comes the Authority. They take out both Ambrose and Reigns. Here comes Sheamus to pull a Seth Rollins. It's like, well, if Seth Rollins can do it, I could do it too, fella. I don't know where I was going with that, but you get my point. And he fails. In that... Now, would I still put the title on Roman? I don't know. Maybe I would have put it on Ambrose, because I think the Monday's at WrestleMania. But if you want to put the title on Reigns, fine, because then you don't have Ambrose eating the fall. Or, let's do this. Let's flip it and put Kevin Owens in this final spot. So, you have Kevin Owens... And you can have him talking about, oh, I'm going to go from within 1 year of me debuting in this company, I will be World Heavyweight Champion. Okay. Now, actually, this is the way I'm thinking that it works out better. Because if you still have Sheamus pull that shit, try and pull a Seth Rollins, and he fails, well, guess what? Sheamus can be the one to eat the pop-up powerbomb 1, 2, 3. You don't beat Roman. You now have your ready-made heel for the main event at WrestleMania. And you're not going to force Roman down everybody's throats. Do you still have Roman fight? You can still have Roman fight for a spot in the Rumble. You could still have him, the Authority pull the shit, and then, oh, he has to enter at number 1. Which would all be fine and good. Actually, I don't think I would have put Roman as number 1. I would put him at, like, 10? 11? 9? Somewhere in that early third, maybe? Would have worked out a lot better than it, because if you put him in number 1, it's predictable he's going to win the fucking thing. Because we've seen this story before. Yeah. We've seen this story before. So, would have worked out a lot better. But nope, they went the way that they did, and now, well, they're fucked. I don't know how the reaction Rome's, unless you decide to pull the turn and turn him heel, which I think is the only thing you really can do to salvage at this point. But as far as the Shane McMahon Undertaker match, I think he's already got a massive governor slammed on him. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be diving off the top of that cell. You know he's going to do something nuts. It's Shane McMahon, for Christ's sake, guys. I mean, come on. You know he's going to do something nuts. I randomly decided to watch WCW Fall Brawl 2000. Because I'm a masochist. And, well, there was a swerve, alright. Hacksaw joining, God, what the fuck was the match? Whatever. I think Lance Storm was involved. I think Elix Skipper was, I don't remember, but yeah, you know, it was, Hacksaw turning on General Erection, you know, Hugh G. Erection. I think I've talked about him in previous Side Scroller Sundays when I reviewed, it was something from WCW 2000. I don't know why I watched this, but fuck it. I was bored one day, and I thought, why not? I mean, at least, like, between Russo and Dunn, I'm pieing on Russo, because at least Russo now has some entertainment value. I don't think anything Kevin Dunn has done to this to WWE is going to have any entertainment value 20 years down the road. I don't think we're going to look back and mockingly laugh and, you know, ironically enjoy the shaky cam. But I will say the boss fights in this game do get really creative. There's one later on where you get swallowed by a frog. So there's some good bosses in this game, and they're very unique. I mean, but like I said, this game came out in '95, so we already have a game that's very late in the Super Nintendo's life cycle, and it punched out, I believe it used a Super FX chip, I believe. Could be wrong on that, but anyway, honestly, I'm really looking forward to TakeOver Dallas. I mean, we're going to have Joe and Balor for the title. Bayley and Asuka are going to have a match. I believe the Revival, Dash, and Dawson are going to be taking on Jordan and Gable. And Sami Zayn, he got a hell of a weekend set up for him in Dallas. Because it looks like he is going to be taking on Kevin Owens at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. And 2 days before that, if his head isn't knocked off his shoulders into Jerry Jones' press box, you know, barring that outcome, we'll have him and Owens, because TakeOver, the debuting Shinsuke Nakamura. God. Oh man, the moment that became real for me was I'm watching this is right after Fastlane, and they're showing the preview, and you just see Nakamura at WWE headquarters. He's signing his contract. He's talking to Vince, and then you see him. He does his pose in his gear in a WWE ring. It's, oh boy, I can't wait for this. Anyway, that's part 1 of my Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island playthrough. Pegasus out.